super high-speed, high-tech camera rig for filming garage stuff.
It's my weekend update. I'm going to do a review on this Laguna Fusion table saw that I recently purchased in the past couple months. I've been using it for about 2 months and it's been really good. The setup was really easy. I've said this before in another video that it was almost spot on out of the box. Just had to level up the table so that the fence and the blade were almost dead accurate. So the setup was real easy. Laguna's website, or Laguna's YouTube channel rather, has detailed videos on how to set this saw up, which was a real big help. Not a lot of companies do that. There's, I think, probably about 14 videos for this saw on how to set it up and the process to go through, from hanging the outer parts of the table on to setting up the fence. So that was a great resource, and Laguna's customer service has been excellent. I called them, I ordered the table saw through Acme Tools, and I received a confirmation of sale, but I didn't receive when it was going to be here, so I called them, and that's how they work. When you order through Acme, you get it shipped out directly from Laguna. So the lady there on the phone was really nice, and once it became available, it was at my house. The bonus part about this being delivered to my house is that it comes in a big crate, so free wood. Can't beat that. The things I don't like about this table, or this table saw rather, the dust collection is absolutely awful. I do have it hooked up to my shop vac. This tube actually came out of the saw here on the side. If you noticed from my last video that when I started the saw, yeah, I didn't have the dust collection on yet, but all this dust was just shooting out of the top. This thing had gotten packed up and full. Underneath here, there sits a little housing where this tube connects to underneath the blade, and then it runs down to where the dust collection portal is on the side of the table saw, and it just gotten packed up with sawdust, so it wasn't doing anything, and it's kind of a big problem because I mean, it should just fall out or do something, but I had the dust collection on there for a while. So it just got packed up. I took it off to see if it collects better, but there's so many vents in this table saw. I'm actually going to bring you guys around here so you can see it. So we have the vent there. We have another vent here. We have an open hole in the back here, and those are necessary. And then we have this vent, and this is where you access to the inside of the table saw to check belt tension and to vacuum it out. So I'm not sure if there's just not a good way to seal it. And also, if you look at the way the dust collection port is, what's that? I don't know if you can see in there good, but it splits. So right here is where that tube that I took off comes in, or comes out of the top of the saw there, and then it's open down here for the dust, raining dust that falls inside the table saw. So it's split right there, so you don't get really good suction on either one, and plus this having so many air vents in it, I don't think it creates a proper seal to get in there. So I'm debating whether to close those up. I don't know if the saw is going to get enough airflow in there, and with it being so hot where I live, that I don't know if that's a good idea, or just run it like it is and vacuum it out every once in a while. Another con about this thing, and I've kind of talked about it briefly in another video, is that this saw comes with casters on it, plastic casters that are on this side of the table saw. And to move it around, previously you would just pick it up like this and use it as a wheelbarrow. They're fine, they're really, really cheap though, and when they mounted it in the box and the crate that it came in, they shot a screw through it, and so one of the wheels was a little wonky and kind of hobbled around. So that's why I built this cart for it. It's a lot better, it's easier to move around. This is the 36-inch fence model. They're 52-inch or 50-inch. The fence is one solid piece, as well as the back part here. This is broken up in 2 pieces, but I don't mind that at all. This is another nice feature too, is that the power switch here is just bolted to this arm. It's a extruded aluminum with some T-tracks in it. And you can move that to where you want it so it's comfortable, so if you need to stop it with your leg, it's right where you want it. So that's kind of a neat feature too. Other than that, I don't really have any other cons about it. It's been great. It's a nice saw. It's a hybrid table saw they bill it as, and so it's not a legit cabinet saw, but it's not a contractor saw either. The nice thing about this saw, and the reason why I bought it, was that it had a lot of features of a cabinet saw, and that the trunnions are mounted to the cabinet itself and not the table, so it's a little bit sturdy. It doesn't vibrate at all. It runs smooth. It cuts straight. I've been really happy with it. Other than the dust collection part and the casters, which I kind of just nullified by building the cart, it's been great. I did look at SawStop when I was buying the saw, and they're really nice. In order for me to do what I do, and maybe buy some more tools and have enough money for wood, get a nicer saw like a cabinet saw, I couldn't justify the purchase of a SawStop. They're really great, and if you need that safety feature, absolutely. Otherwise than that, you just, I think Jay Bates has said it before on his channel, or no, maybe it was DeResta, I think, or one of those guys. But when you're in your shop, be present in what you're doing. Be in the presence of mind, and keep your fingers away from the saw blade. So that SawStop is a really nice saw, and it's pretty cool technology. Bosch, I don't know if anybody's checked that out, but they have a job site saw with similar technology. However, they use 2 cartridges. There's a review of it online or on YouTube, and it's worth checking out. It's pretty cool. Just the mechanism that they use. It's 2 air canisters that they use, but it's the same thing, except they use the 2 air shots to do it instead of that magnet, and it stops the blade. And the cool thing with the Bosch is that it doesn't jam that thing up into the blade, so it saves your blade. It just drops out of the way. Anyways, I'm going on a ramble here. Check that out. I do have some weekly shop projects coming up. I wanted to get this out there so I can continue to put content on my channel without having to do projects all the time, because it does take some time to get those things out. Sorry I got interrupted by some people that are trying to sell me some stuff. I'm walking up the driveway. So yeah, back to the shop projects. Got this nice piece of maple with some really cool pattern on it. I'm going to mill the box out of that along with the extra wood here. That's how I have it laid out. I also have a bunch of this fire hose that's left over from my ski press. I actually got it from a fire company here in Tucson, or fire station, and they were disposing of it. So I have 2 more big rolls back there that I don't know what to do with. So I cut a piece out. And when it's made out of Kevlar, this outer sheet here. The inner sheet is just rubber, and but it's made out of Kevlar, so I'm going to use some epoxy on it, and either make some cabinet fronts with them. I'm going to play around with bending it, because since I do have these really big pieces, that if I can get a nice bend and curvature into it, it might turn into a chair. So I'm going to experiment with that. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll probably do a couple experiments with this just to see maybe some drawer bottoms, or like I said, drawer fronts, cabinet sides. So that's what I'm going to experiment with. And that's about it. So I want to thank you again for stopping by and checking out my channel. If you like the videos, please hit like on the like button, but most of all, please subscribe. And I'm trying to build my fan base and give you guys the content that you want. I also really like doing this. It's pretty challenging and fun to build stuff and try to film it all at the same time. So it's been pretty cool. I'm working off, I shoot all my videos in iPhone. I'm going to upgrade that pretty soon, but again, money and priorities. So I'm working off a couple different editing softwares through the iPhone, which seems to be working pretty good. So, and it's kind of nice if I can do it from wherever I am. Again, please subscribe. I will put a link to Laguna in the description, so please check them out if you're interested in their tools. And if you do purchase their tools, like I said, it's not necessarily that they just have videos for the table saw. I think they have it for all their tools, so it's really a great resource. So check them out. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. You know, if the saw stop comes along sometime, it's kind of a nice feature, but it's a great saw. So thanks again. I'm going to try to get another project out this week. So go create something, but most of all, create a great day.